Well, I don't think it's at all about fighting terror. It's not just about fighting terror. I don't think it's at all about fighting terror. Well, let me put it this. Actually, that's not quite right. The reason fighting terror is on the agenda is because they were in the Middle East. So I do believe there really is an Al-Qaeda. There really are terrorist organizations. I think they're up to their eyeballs in various connections with various intelligence agencies. But there is an extremist, cultish force out there that either might take an Al-Qaeda shape or something else. But I think it's the product of 50, 60 years of U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East. I don't think it would be there if the U.S. wasn't already trying to be dominant, and that's the fundamental issue. The Americans, U.S. emerged from World War II with a very clear-cut agenda to be the dominant single superpower in the world, and that means you need to control oil, you need to control the high seas, you need to control important means of transportation and communication. If you want to know what it means, you read Brzezinski's book, The Grand Chessboard, and he lays it out quite explicitly what it means. You can have different interpretations about why the U.S. wants to do this.
Yeah.
It's driven by economic factors, and the same reason why, you had the rise of Germany as a big imperialist power, or Japan, or before that, even England as a big colonial power transferring into an imperialist power. The internal economic dynamics of these big economies drives them to seek raw materials, to seek cheap labor markets, and to control areas of the world so they maintain not just their size, but that they can become dominant. It's the same thing that drives companies to seek monopolies in any normal market. Like Coke would love to see Pepsi wiped out. If they could, they would. It's built right into the DNA of the way the system works. And smaller countries who can't play that game mostly pick one of these powers and try to operate within their umbrella. The odd one strives for somewhat more independence, and you're seeing some of that in Latin America now. The United States is in the Middle East because they understood after World War II how important strategically controlling oil was. If they could have shut the oil off to Germany, the World War II would have been over a long time before that. It's not just about making money out of oil, which it is, and it's not just about monopolizing the price of oil, which it is. They believe, and rightly so, as long as you're playing on the chessboard, they believe you need to control oil in order to control geopolitics. The fundamental issue is because of how the U.S. economic system works, and mostly it's about who owns stuff and the political power that comes from that. They can't get off the chessboard because they're all, even more than ever, they're playing global finance, global commodities trading, global speculation. And when you're playing the planetary game, you want the biggest army on the block, and they can't get out of that mindset, and they won't get out of that mindset. But the thing that ordinary people need to understand is that it ain't good for them because they don't own stuff.